So if you do vertical live streams, they automatically get put on the short stream now.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
do I need to flip my phone?
No.
Okay.
So it's vertical. So like lots of people, when we stream and we do it together, you have to use Discord or something.
Right.
So this is a new feature where basically you can just go live vertically with someone, but you can only do it on your phone. And whenever you go live,
yeah, I'm looking at it now on my desktop. That's cool how they have it set up. I was wondering how this is going to look.
Yeah, well, the cool thing with it is that you and I now, like, both our audience can join and see us easily, and it gets put on the shorts. It gets put on a shorts tab. So if you're doing stuff or you're diddling and you just want to like vertical stream a bit, it makes it easy. I know it's not like fancy or anything, but it's like you can get a whole pile of people just show up sometimes.
That's nifty. All right, well, we're gonna give this a try. So you're trying to get the ESC to show up on that beta or HDLRC board, right?
No, this is beta.
Oh, that's the beta one. That's the cross, right?
Yeah. I saw, like, I don't know, did you see Bacon's video on how you could like flash it with like nothing and then get it to show you the gyro or something?
Yeah. What did you flash it with now? Did you flash it with 4.4, 4.5?
4.5.
You know what I would do? I would just flash it with I would just flash it with 4.3 because that'll at least, like, that was before all the cloud build stuff where all the gyro issues and missing stuff came into play. 4.3, those are straight the old style build.
So just plain 4.3?
Yeah, just put the latest 4.3 on there. Yeah, that was before all that mess was introduced. Yeah.
Rob Brew.
Try that.
Sounds
That's
about
what I would do first. I actually flashed 4.5 to a few of my quads, and I didn't test them before I flew last weekend. And one of them I got to the field and it wouldn't arm, so I had to see why it won't arm.
But like 4.3, I'm just like 4.5 flies so smoothly though.
Well, just to rule out the gyro thing, you know what I mean?
Okay, from 4.3, would we actually be able to find out which gyro it is, or does it just automatically put it as if it's anything?
Yeah, you would be able to find out, what gyro it is and all that, Because 4.4 is when they introduced the cloud build system, and that whole thing introduced like different components for the firmware. But 4.3 is different. There's no cloud build. There's no,
Still no gyro.
That sucks. Even with 4.3, huh?
Yep, nothing.
I'm assuming it's not the wrong target, right? You know that 100%?
No.
Oh, no?
Let's just stick everything on it. Who gives a crap, right? It's not working. Let's try would it be the RX one?
Well, if it's on, if it's on board, then it would be.
It has Express LRS on board.
Yeah, it should be. I'm actually looking at it now. It's the Cross F4 1S?
It's the 1S with the UART Express LRS.
Oh my God, they have classic version and light version. What does that even mean?
The light version doesn't have the plugs in it. It didn't come with the plugs. But I don't know if this one, I think this might be the light version.
Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to see here. That's weird. That's so strange. So you flashed the regular one? That might, if you flashed it without RX, maybe that's the problem.
Well, let's try that. Let's get crazy. We have 9 people with us.
Hello. Rob Groove in the chat.
Rob Groove is awesome. Why isn't it talking? It should say it.
I heard it before when he wrote that.
Rob Groove is awesome.
There you go. Rob Groove is awesome.
Okay. Oh, it says pay attention. See, I'm reading the documentation, so you got to read the instructions. It says pay attention for the Serial Express 2.4 gig. only the Beta Flight 4.3.0 and up to start support the BMI 270 gyro. For the SPI FR version, do not flash other firmware, otherwise the receiver will be lost. We have already built our own firmware, FPV, Beta FPV, F411RX. Okay, so maybe that's the problem.
Does that mean that I can go all the way up to 4.5?
Yeah, I don't know, but they do have the warning on there to be careful with what you flash, I guess.
Or we're flashing it with everything.
Yeah.
We're trying again.
Well, that sounds like it might only apply to FR Sky now that I'm rereading that. Man, what a confusion.
John, you've lost weight.
I've lost weight. That's interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, you look a lot slimmer.
Well, that's good. That's actually a good thing.
Have you
I
been
have lost about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So that's cool that you noticed that.
No backup, Rob. What do we seem like? Women or something?
No. Mr. Snake doesn't take it back up. He just goes ahead and does it and throws himself into
We
the fire.
prepare for things. We welcome chaos. We fly FPV.
Did you notice? Oh, I don't know if well, obviously you're using the latest configurator, so it would have told you to create a backup.
Obviously.
Yeah, I noticed they finally added that in the nightlies that now they're telling people create a backup, don't flash this. I wonder why they didn't do that for years, given how many people flash, and then they say, "Oh no,
we have a gyro."
I've learned my lesson. That much always from now.
With the F411 RX,
but it's doing some weird crap. Okay, what are you doing? It's not moving the way it's supposed to.
is the orientation maybe of the?
I don't know. It's just doing weird stuff.
Yeah, it would have been good to know. So it's interesting because on their website they're saying 4.3.0 F411 without RX actually is supposed to be ELRS, but 4.3 RX is supposed to be FR Sky, but you have no gyro when you flash, right? So I don't get it.
And now I have no gyro once again. I changed the orientation, saved and reboot, and now we have no gyro.
Oh boy. I wonder if it's just toast. These crossboards, I've heard that sometimes they're problematic. The Happy Model one, I know the Happy Model one, props off. Man, he has a video on the Happy Model crossboards. Oof. Those things seem to go bad all the time. Yeah, that's so strange. Well, they're saying here that the F411, I guess, non-RX is supposed to be the correct target, despite the fact that it has ELRS on board.
And with which version? It doesn't matter, just anything above?
They say anything above 4.3.0 is okay for the Express LRS version. So I'm looking at the F4 1S 5 amp, which is what I'm assuming you have.
Yep.
Yeah. For $38.
Let's flash it with 4.4.
Yeah. Yeah, do 4.4. That way you can at least rule out any weird issues with 4.5. But 4.3 should have worked, though. Non-RX version you're flashing, right?
Non-RX. Yeah. See, the other thing is that Rob, I have like 7 of these. So if anything's screwed up with one, I can just take a backup off the other.
Yeah.
So I know I seem crazy, but
Actually, dude, that would be a great thing to do, to just plug it in and see what the target is on the other ones. Could save some time.
I just pretend to be crazy, but I really am quite womanly.
I know. There's 10 people watching, but no one's saying anything. It's really crazy. Are they scared?
Yeah, it's becoming like Twitch.
People scared?
I want to live vicariously.
I'm not scary, although I guess I look a little scary.
Oh, you're lovely.
Well, thank you.
I'm glad we're friends, John.
Yeah, I'm looking at Beta's website right now. See what they got going on.
I never forget the Dodo review. First the Dodo review, and then the I've been known to plug my drone in with props sometimes.
The Dodo. Which one was that? Oh, the Adam RC.
I would bring a t-shirt.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt that says I hate whoops.
No, appropriate t-shirt. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right. Rob was right. Appropriate t-shirt.
Yeah. Now we're back to no gyro.
Still no gyro. That's crazy, man.
No gyro.
Okay. Well.
Okay, let's plug a different one.
Rest in peace. Flight Controller 1. Yeah, I'm just curious what the target is. Yeah. Curious what the target is.
Don't worry, we have one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I noticed one of them has an external receiver on it.
What? No. One of them has a VTX stuck on it.
VTX. Okay, it's VTX.
You know what though? Like I've noticed when you get the bind-in flies, they work, and then like I can't. I need that direct solder, you know. And then I direct solder, and then they go.
Yeah, I try to avoid soldering on those little boards, but I know you get the max performance by doing so.
Plus, I like it. It gives me satisfaction, you know. I love breaking everything. This one doesn't even have it direct soldered yet, does it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't even know what they did, honestly, for my walk snail one. Let me see. I bet you it's plugged too. Yeah, my walk snail meteor is also plugged. Although I guess that's a crossboard in there, and I actually haven't had any problems with this guy. So I guess I should be consider myself lucky.
See, I was so excited. I spent like 3 hours building this one.
Right.
The HD Zero. And I even like tried different motors because it's like it seems like it's a motor, but it's not. It's the ESC, man. It's always
the ESC went. Yeah,
but I have so many of these that now, like for instance, I think this one had the broken gyro or whatever. So if there's no gyro on this, I'm gonna start taking them off, swapping them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I wonder if just the boards are so delicate that the traces end up going straight to hell as soon as any little heat is which shouldn't be happening, right? Because
it's
like
always
Cabby model makes the diamond, and you can solder to these just fine. So like there shouldn't be an excuse for that happening.
It's the front left or the front right always on every single one. Mostly the front. Like if you're facing forward, it's always this front left one.
It's it's so strange how that happens, right? Because you would think you'd at least see the problem the other way.
Have you seen this though? This thing's pretty cool. I didn't notice that it goes both ways. I saw it goes both ways.
Yep. I actually have that exact one. That's from HGLRC, right?
Yes. Yeah. They did something
very
right.
Handy tool. Very handy.
It's the non-binary. I need to make a video about this. The non-binary comes to FPV, and this time it's good.
Oh! Now you're gonna get canceled.
No chemical castrations here.
Oh my god.
No. My name is. Okay, so we have a gyro. It's a gyro, a gyrating gyro, right? It's not a gyro. It's a gyro.
I think so.
Right?
I think
I'm always messed in the head every time I say it. I'm like, is it a gyro or a gyro or?
I don't know. I've given up. If I say something wrong on YouTube, I don't even care anymore. Oh,
Appropriate T-shirt.
yeah, because it says back that thing up.
Okay.
Check it out.
So,
Should go. Oh wow, we've dropped to 1 viewer. Your viewers don't want this.
we have to transition into something more appropriate.
Yeah, like YouTube drama or something. That's what people want to say.
Let's start talking about drone camps.
Oh no, not that.
They're my favorite. I love watching 20-minute videos about every drone being the best.
Oh my god, that was something else. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Everybody had to get in on that one.
Okay, now what was that? Can we just since there's a gyro on this, can we check which gyro it is?
Yes, you can.
How do we do
that? Go to
that?
the CLI and you type status. It's going to tell you what one is on there.
Status. Okay. It tells me that we have it has a BMI 270.
Okay, well, Beta claims that you should be fine on 4.3 and up.
Well, this has 4.5 on it.
Oh, and that works?
Yeah.
Then I bet you something happened to that other board, dude.
Okay, so now if we take that other board, is there any way that we can flash that other board and tell it that it has a
I mean, it's baked into the firmware, right? That's the whole thing. It's literally baked into the firmware in that target. So you shouldn't need to tell it that it has that, if that makes any sense. Like when they build these targets, they put the gyro that should be on that board already in there. You know what? Have you ever thought of just like putting a heat gun to the board hard and seeing if it, reflows anything?
Where do I do it?
Anywhere. Just I don't know, anywhere on that board. Just put a heat gun over it and see if it'll reflow anything. I recommended that to somebody with a Crux 35 who had a no gyro error, and it actually ended up fixing the problem for them.
What temperature?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of risky.
Where's the gyro?
So the gyro chip. Let me see if I can send you a photo. Let me see if I can look at the schematic. Man, they don't tell you. They don't show it. I mean, you've got multiple problems with this board, so I feel like just trying to do anything to reflow it could make it work. I mean,
see, for me, I feel like almost like using it just as a MOSFET donor.
Oh yeah, you could do that if you want to. Yeah.
I'm like, if the gyro doesn't work or whatever, or if I could know where the gyro is so I can heat gun it and then see.
I'm looking at it. I see where the ELRS receiver is. That's on the bottom. That's the ESP825. That's that. I'm trying to see. The gyro is probably on top of the board.
Because, like, see, now with this one, we have a gyro, but we don't have, like, one of the motors twitches.
Yeah.
And I've been learning how to, like, kind of test with the multimeter. Do you know how to do that stuff?
Yes, I've messed with that before. It's not super reliable to determine whether or not you have something messed up or not, but it can sometimes reveal it, because you can still have a bad ESC and get a multimeter to fire to not fire off. God, it's so hard to read this. I'm trying to see if there's anything that would indicate what the gyro looks like on this freaking board.
Yeah, because
I can't see.
so if it's this motor, I only see 2 MOSFETs. It would
Yeah, it
probably
looks
be
like
like,
that's all they have. Yep, there's 2 MOSFETs per board.
they don't have
I mean, I'm
3.
looking at it on the computer here. Yeah, it's two MOSFETs. So you would pull these off and
The third one isn't underneath.
oh, maybe you're right. Ooh,
I
you
think they
could be
have to
right
have
on
3.
that.
Don't they have to have 3?
You could be right on that. Yeah. Yeah, you might have to have 3. Yeah. Let me see. What does the top look like?
Well, I think that there's the first 2, and then there's that chip that
Yeah.
controls them or whatever.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And then the other question
Yes.
is, so when the ESC firmware, does that have to do with the chip, or does that have to do with each MOSFET?
Good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Because then I was wondering too, because I have all these boards that are like the same, so I figure I could just use those. But then I wonder if I could also use them on the Crazy Bee one, because I have the same problem with that.
I've never done any kind of micro soldering like that. It's beyond my skill set. So I have no idea when a board goes or a FET disintegrates, which I've literally had happen on a few Happy Model boards. They've literally just disintegrated. I'm just like, well, that's the end of that. Yeah, you're right. There's like 3 MOSFETs. There's 1 on the bottom, and then there's the 2 on top. So if you were to take one of them and transplant it, in theory, it should work. But it almost seems like these boards are so delicate that you might just break something even trying to do that. I mean, it'd be an interesting
If it's already
exercise.
dead, if it's already broken, if it's already dead, then like
Then there's no harm, no
It's kind of
foul.
like YOLO, you know.
If you're bored and you got nothing else to do, then
Now what I'm gonna try doing is saving a backup of this thing, and then tossing it onto the other thing.
yeah, I don't recognize what the gyro would look like. Excuse me.
Okay. Testy tester.
SP05L. Maybe that's what I'm looking for.
Because the thing is that if we already know the gyro, can't we like? I'm trying to think of that Bacon Ninja video where he basically, the problem was you didn't know what the gyro was, and then you flash it like with it specifically.
Right.
So I'm just wondering how that is done. Oh,
Well, you can use the defines to include the gyro that's supposed to go with it, but if you flash it, okay, so here's what you do. If you go to that board and you go to the status page and it says BMI 270 is the loaded gyro, then you know that it's a physical problem. The status page will tell you what gyro is loaded in the firmware that you flashed.
mm-hmm.
So if you go there and you hit that status page, it will tell you. The reason Bacon was doing that individually kind of comes from a time where the cloud build system was pretty new-ish, and there were a lot of people that were having problems with targets. I think that's less and less of a problem these days.
That was pretty recent, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I feel like that video came out about a year-ish ago.
When these boards were coming out, because these boards are a bloody problem.
Oh boy, I searched for Bacon Ninja target and I did not get what I was looking for.
Just put in Bacon Ninja like 1S or Gyro.
Yeah, Bacon Ninja Target Gyro.
Just
I
don't
wanna
put in
see.
Target. Put Gyro. You'll
Yeah,
find it.
missing Gyro after flashing 4.4. Yeah, it was about a year ago that all this went down.
Okay, this thing. See now, the ones with the working gyro
Mm-hmm.
have a messed up ESC problem. So see how I disconnected everything. So I'm like, this is working with the gyro. But I bet you if I wire up.
Okay,
all
but
the
if you
motors-
back that up and you flash 4.5 to it,
I just did. I just flashed 4.5 and it's working. But this is a different one.
Yeah.
This is a different one. Okay.
Yeah, but if you go to the board that's broken though and you type status, does it say the question is, does it say DMI 270 on it? Because if it does, or if it does say that, then you know that the firmware is loading the correct gyro for that board, but it's not coming up because there's a physical problem.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Like now it's acting kind of. It's weird because before, okay, so I took the preset off of this, and I
Right.
put it onto this, and now the gyro's acting all
Freaky.
like before it was moving smoothly, and now it's like it's stuttering.
And I don't pay attention too much to that. I think there's some reasons why the Betaflight configurator can show a lag with the friggin' with USB connected. There are some boards that do it, some boards that don't. I used to think I had a problem if there was a lag while I had it plugged into USB, but then it turns out flying it is not
Yeah,
really
this
an
is the
issue.
BMI 270 also.
Okay, yeah, well, they're all supposed to be. They're all supposed to be, which is a good gyro, by the way. There's nothing wrong with it. Gyro or whatever. We don't know how we're saying
Gyro, it's a gyrating gyro. That's how we
it. We
remember.
don't know how we're saying it. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I
So
think
this
mine. I
is-
think I'm gonna plug in mine. Just take a look. I'm pretty sure I have that too because it's a cross. I I bitch about it, but dude, I use this for iGal. I beat the crap out of it. Yeah, I did a little bit of iGal last year, and this thing is still kicking. So
I just don't have the time for it.
I don't have the time for it anymore either. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first. I really enjoyed the one in 2021, and I went full on in. And I had a friend too that was doing it with me. We managed to stay in for 20 weeks in 2021. Yeah, so we
Okay.
did pretty good.
This says gyro detected locked.
Really?
Yeah.
Locked. Gyro detected locked. I've never heard of that before.
How do we unlock it? Unlocking the gyros. That's weird.
That's weird.
No
Gyro
gyro.
locked in Betaflight. How do I solve this?
It says
I'm
no
learning.
gyro. Boot Grace CLI MSP. That's a arming disable flag. No gyro. Boot Grace CLI MSP.
So that's what it says. Gyro detected locked.
Let me show you. Can you see?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Well, hey, wait a second. I can't. Oh yeah, gyro detected locked.
And then look at the bottom, the arming flag.
Yeah, no gyro. I am curious to see what the hell that.
So I'm wondering if there's a way to just put it back in, like in the manually or something, to tell it you do have a gyro and it's BMI 270.
Yeah, but it should know that though because you flashed the other boards and it should be familiar with it. I'm searching the BetaFlight Discord for gyro detected lock. I'm just kind of curious. I might be wrong about the fact that if the gyro does exist, that it would just show that there.
Because then the other thing would be is if I could actually take that working gyro and just swap it. Or burn it, but at least it's worth a try.
Well, one thing you could do is on the working board, do a dump all, copy that CLI, and then put it on there, and then you'll know you have the exact CLI, the exact factory CLI in case we're missing something. And that should do something. I would just do a dump all.
Dump all?
Dump all. That's going to give you the exact 4.5 or whatever the hell you have on the working one, the exact configuration.
Okay.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, then I mean, because dump
So
is
I
going to
get the
literally
CLI and I put dump all.
Yeah, just dump all. Yeah, it's going to give you the exact everything. It's going to be a huge file, but it's going to give you exactly what's on
And
that
then
board.
can I control A it, or do I have to go to the beginning from where I said dump all?
You can do whatever you want. I mean, you just copy it, control C or whatever the hell. I mean, it's a huge. It's gonna be huge, but I mean.
Something said bacon.
Bacon.
Did I just see bacon? No, I saw beaver.
No. I heard Bacon Ninja is really busy.
Okay, so from where I do dump all, I just copy down everything forward.
Copy it all. Yeah, it's huge, right? Because it's literally every single thing. It's not a diff. It's a full every little nitty bitty piece. Not usually recommended at all unless it's literally the exact same flight controller and you're having a problem like this.
So now I plug it into the other one?
Yep, and then you make sure that one is on 4.5, which I guess it is, right?
Control C, okay.
Yep.
And put this on 4.5.
Yep.
And then we're going to tell you what to do.
And if that still doesn't work, then, dude, I'm pretty sure that gyro is just toast.
Throw it in the river.
Pretty much, yeah.
I love the idea of, though, like taking broken crap and making it work, you know?
Yeah. I usually find other uses for my dead flight controllers. A lot of them are great for just like bench testing stuff and all that. That's usually what I do with them.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, before I go soldering up a receiver on a main quad, I'll do a test. I'll just use one of my test flight controllers.
What do you mean? You use your test flight controller to do what?
To just test various pieces of hardware.
See, like what I was thinking is all these dead ones that have a working receiver, using them as wireless controllers, right? Like using them to do that thing so I can like connect it to the computer and then have wireless simming.
Yep, I've done that too. Yep, that's also a great idea.
Because these...
You can pass it through. Yep.
I could do that after stealing their MOSFETs.
Yeah, you could pass it through. I mean, you can do video transmitter testing if you want with it. I mean, I got a whole pile of crap at my bench.
Could you use them as a BTX? Could you use one as an external BTX?
Here's a crux that the gyro is just bad on, and I regularly use it just to mess with vistas. Like, I'll plug vistas in and deal with the firmware on them and all that stuff. I'll test motors too on it. If I know if a motor doesn't spin with this, well, you know, it's broken. This board has a MOSFET that disintegrated. It's a happy model from a long time ago. It literally disintegrated.
Yeah, I have like
gone.
my baby hawk is like fried like that.
It's just gone. Yeah, totally gone. But I use this to test GPSs sometimes. These are receiver wires on here. I'll just plug in a receiver, get it updated. Like sometimes when I also will buy things and I don't want to keep them in the packaging. I want to know if they work, but I don't want to solder on something that's already built. So I'll take it out of the box, solder it up to that, make sure it works, and then you know, because I don't want to find out months down the road, oh, you didn't open the box to look at it and test it, and it's dead on arrival. That's usually what those boards are for, to just test that stuff. Yep. Yep. 3 are watching, but everyone's so quiet.
No one's saying hello.
Is everyone scared? Am I that scary?
Long puppy. Everyone's so quiet.
Are we just too intimidating? Do you think we're too cool to be your friend?
Maybe.
We'll be your friend. Yeah, I just dumped it all and still no gyro.
Gyro. Yeah. Oh, that's beyond my knowledge at this point.
Okay, so we have a gyroless one. Of course, with all the motors connected to it. It's just weird because it was like it was working and then it wasn't working. Like it was almost like the gyro was coming and going.
Try hitting it with hit it with a heat gun and then see if it works.
But I need to know which one the gyro is.
I think the gyro is probably on top. I don't know what the chip looks like. I was actually trying to search for a picture of what it might look like to know the marking on it. But yeah.
Like to me, I'm like, okay, like to me, there's the top. There's all those things controlling the things. This is the OSD, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And the one that says STM32 on it, that's the microprocessor. The other ones are
let's get a tappy tapper.
FETs.
Okay, so to me, the way I look at it is this thing is the OSD thing, right?
Right.
Then these are FETs. This is a FET controller. This is a FET controller.
Mm-hmm.
Then then this is the MCU, right?
Yeah, it says what?
I don't know. I figure it's the MCU.
STM on it or whatever.
Oh, I can read it kind of. Let's see.
It's very hard to read that stuff, and even online, it's like hard to read this crap.
Winband something. You know what? I have one of those like magnifying lens that has a light. I can do that. Fancy. Oh yeah, printed out nice. You know, sometimes these things come out better with no support, but it's pretty good. Okay, so
the gyro breakout boards are very, very tiny. Wow.
GR8 stuff. Said. Victory and Tiger Base love you gesture yo.
Hey buddy, I think that's actually your print because you ordered. Did you order the discus for the 03? Or was it someone else? Okay, see, I got one of these things. Okay.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I should get one of those. That's cool. How much do you pay for that?
I test stuff for Amazon. So, see, there's this wristband, blah 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 blah. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's That is probably
Not 0-3 for
that's
me.
probably the black box.
Yo, it's crazy how you can actually see everything.
Yeah, you can see everything very clearly.
I can see it all. I think it's I feel like it's one of these things. Like it's this.
Stop.
That's not it.
Runcam good for me.
Don't know. Well, that's the LSD. We know that.
I feel like it's either this thing right here or this thing right here. Unless it's on the other side. Well, let's just look at one that doesn't have stuff on it.
Yeah, the wind bond thing, I think, is the flash memory. It's also where any black box crap would be.
I haven't messed with that stuff yet.
I'm very surprised that there's no the gyros are very easy to see on some flight controllers, and others they're not. Like I'm looking at one that has MPU 6000, and it's literally labeled on the freaking flight controller. But BMI 270, I'm just trying to find a picture of what does a BMI 270 look like on a flight controller, and there's just no pictures.
This one's still soldered on.
You can find an ICM very easily too.
Okay.
I should really know this, but usually when this stuff goes bad, I don't care.
STM is the
Microprocessor.
Yeah. So BetaFPV, blah 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 blah. What is this? ESP 892.
That's your Express ELRS, your ESP 832 or whatever. That's ELRS.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing underneath. I'm not really seeing anything, so it's probably on top. It's one of these. The wind band. It says like 377.5U. And then there's this thing. I feel like it's this thing, the 12812251.
You see anything that says 5N or SN on it?
Well, look at these.
Yeah,
okay.
Let me see. Yeah, that's yeah. I think it's the one that's with the dot and the 5W.
You think that's
it? Yeah, I think that's the one.
Okay.
I'm trying. The reason I say that is because if you look at this breakout board here, you see where it says .SP 0.5L. Well, that has a similar pattern to the one that you have on there. Except it's what
And
dot
that's a gyro?
Yeah, I think that's it. I actually think that's it.
Okay, so where's that one that I had? It's right here. Let's fry it a bit.
I think that's it.
What temperature would you suggest I fry it at?
Yeah, good question. It's not going to take much to reflow a bunch of stuff on that little board.
Should I flux on it too? Like, should I flux it?
A little flux on it, I guess. We're not doing anything that's super intelligent here. We're just throwing anything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Covering it in flux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit it with a heat gun and see if it. I don't know. It's not going to take much for it to reflow. I mean, those solder balls are very tiny, so maybe just like hit it for 5 or 10 seconds, like literally.
At what temperature?
I don't know, as hot as that. I guess as hot as it can go. I don't
Do you
actually.
think I got enough flux on it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have probably too.
I'm like, should I hit it with 300 or 400 or?
I don't think you need a lot of heat. I mean, go small. Go as low as you can, I suppose.
I'd say it was 300.
Yeah, go as low as you can.
Okay.
It does look to me like that should be the BMI 270.
I'm doing it. The science.
Science. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of like that old where people used to bake their Xbox in the oven. Do you remember that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would get the red ring of death, and then they would put the Xbox in the oven because and wrap it in a towel, and then it would magically work again for a little while because it would force it free flow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like. I'm looking at a video of Props Law has a video of the Happy Model Diamond, and I'm trying to see. He has a. That likes the fail-safe. We're not gonna need multimeters in it. It's done pretty good. Make sure that you're getting a tone, and then from this board here, if we turn it like so, this pad right here is ground. Mm-hmm. So if I were to hold my so go all the way around. Oops. Right there. And then we go to motor.
Oh my God. Praise the Lord, baby Jesus.
It actually worked.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe that actually worked.
I love you. I love you, John.
I genuinely can't believe that actually worked. Oh my God.
This hour was worth it.
Wow. Wow. Oh, ESC though. I guess that's the.
It's alive.
That's crazy, dude.
Yes.
Blowing, just hitting that thing with a heat gun. Since I know your heat gun probably doesn't isolate the heat to just that little spot either.
Oh, it kind of. Let me show you my heat gun.
Let me see.
You know me, I only use the finest. You know.
Because the one I have is terrible. It can't
Look at my station. Oh, my wife gets so mad at me. She's like, every time you put things away, then you take them out. I'm like, I need to find the stuff. I need to make this stuff. Look at this. This is a naked GoPro 10.
Ooh.
35 grams. Yeah, baby.
You
with
make
the fan and everything.
Or you buy it?
No, I made it. I designed it.
Oh,
Took me a whole bloody week. Look at this. See this tip?
Great Scott just sent you $5.
Thank you, Great Scott.
They were impressed with the fact that is that a coreless brushed motor? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. That's your gun.
No. This is actually, I got this $50 JCD 8898 from like Banggood for like $50 or something. It's the greatest thing ever, man. Like this, it has this hot gun, but you can only control the temp. You can't control the speed. It has different tips.
JCD 8898.
Yeah.
Looking at it, okay. 88. Oh, the heat gun.
JCD 8898. It has like the heat gun. I have it in my links. If you go in my videos and grab one of those links, and it has this too. This like hot. It has a solder. It's like a heat station. It's like $50-$60, and I've used it now for 2 years, and it's been solid. One of my favorite cheap purchases. And then this thing too. You see this? The anti-insidious.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has a light and it sucks the crap when you're working. Thank you, great Scott.
I see. Yeah, Banco doesn't have it anymore, but I am sure I could find it somewhere else. It looks.
Did you check my link? Check my link.
Yeah, I will. I'll check your link, but when I Google for it, the thing said it was removed. So I'll have to see. Yeah, so I guess you're right. You do have a heat gun that literally gets on the spot. Here's my cheap RDQ heat gun. You're not gonna do any small.
That looks like a vacuum cleaner.
It's a portable one. So you actually restored that.
Oh, let's see now if all the motors work.
Yeah. So I actually kind of wonder now if the next step might not be to just hit some of those FETs too with a little bit of the heat gun just to see if there is a flow issue.
Oh my God. All 4 motors work.
Are you?
All 4 motors.
Oh my God, dude. That's crazy.
This is going to be called the JC.
So then what's happening is, for some reason, when you're doing the soldering work, I guess the traces are so small, and the solder ball, the solder must be so little, that it's coming off. Like the components are literally coming off, which I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the HD0 off this and stick it right onto here. And then this should be good to go.
Because you literally focused it in on the gyro, but it ended up heating the board up enough that you restored.
Well, I don't know. This one was just gyro. Some of them have gyro problems. Some of them have ESC problems. Do you think reflowing the ESC would fix?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was
saying. Try that on the other one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think out with you here live, because if that happened to the gyro from most likely soldering the motors to it, then I can't see why it wouldn't happen to any other component, especially obviously with the smaller amount of traces or solder bead. More likely it's going to heat up and just become disconnected. Yeah, this worked with the Crux. This works for somebody with the Crux 35, and
well, it works for a lot of things. Like I remember the whole oven VTX videos.
Yes, yeah, that's great, man. Well, maybe you can turn that pile of $500 worth of stuff into something that works again.
I call this the drone that was fixed by friendship.
I'm actually happy that we got it to work, and I kind of learned a little bit.
You're gonna learn something today. I was like, I want to make my slogan like, I'm gonna break something today. Like, all my crap just breaks. It all just breaks. It all breaks, dies, and hates me.
Yeah, well, the small stuff is a nightmare. The micro stuff has always been a nightmare compared to the large stuff. I feel like I have 5-inch hardware that just goes for years without any issues. But small stuff, there's just so much more that can go wrong. No, that's great, man.
Blue and yellow. Is that yellow right there? Holy cow! They like to stick everything right next to
it. Just click that one part where you slap it on, and then upload that as a video on its own.
Well, no, if they want to find the gold, they have to look for it. They have to come through our tremendous. Well, I guess I could make a short out of it. Just what we did, right? If the gyro's not reading, then stick a pile of flux on it.
Yeah.
So blue and then yellow.
Yeah,
keep these in the right order. Blue and then yellow.
it would be an interesting little success story. You know, of course, assuming they tried everything else before that, because we did tried everything.
This is my last resort. Suffocation. Do you remember that song?
Yes. Yes. Also, you wanting to force somebody to watch a whole video after that Albert Kim community post? That's interesting.
What? Did you like that?
I
Yellow?
with it in spirit mostly. Yeah. I mean, I also understand Albert Kim's dilemma where he wants it to go to his loyal watchers. You know, having giveaways on YouTube, unfortunately, is such a pain in the ass. It really is.
Nobody wants to do any of my giveaways, damn it. I'm too little though. I'm just a little guy.
For large content creators, it is a struggle because you'll get people that try to do all sorts of shady stuff to get the items, and like I get it, you know, he wants
But
to.
it's just like either you want to give it or you don't. Like to make
Yeah.
your watchers watch crap I don't want to watch no
At a certain
video
point,
about an
yeah.
electronic skateboard or whatever. You know what I mean?
At a certain point, it just becomes like, you know.
The best was someone in the comments tried to like argue with me about it. I'm like, do you like watching all his videos? He's like, no. I'm like, there you go. like everyone agrees. And I wouldn't have even posted it, but he was asking, he was like, what do I do? So then that was a comment and I knew he'd delete it. I don't know why. I had this like sixth sense where I'm like, I just know he's going to delete this. So I screenshotted it and it got a bit of engagement. It was fun.
Yeah, I saw that, and yeah,
I like him and stuff. I like that he shows. I like everyone that shows anything, but it's just you don't force your viewers to do something they don't want to do.
Yeah, no, I get it. It just becomes, it gets to the point where it's like, is it even worth bothering if you have to go through that many hoops?
Even filling out the forms, like I've filled out so many of those forms. I never won nothing, so then I'm just like, yeah, I don't even care. Like I'll still watch a video if I want to learn about something, but other than that, like I don't watch. I only watch kind of what I want to, like for instance, like you made some video like flying through the ice or something.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I enjoy you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want anybody to force themselves to watch my stuff. Like, watch if you want. I don't want somebody to force themselves to sit there for the sake of getting a prize. Like, you know.
Like Albert has some interesting ideas sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, he never seems excited about anything, you know?
Oh, well, I think, honestly, that's just him. He's got a bit of a monotone way of doing content.
Like he always kind of almost has like a negative connotation towards everything, you know?
This is maybe just my personal opinion from watching him, but I kind of almost feel like he sounds a little tired.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's just like he's kind of like a I don't know, middle-aged. Oh, I do this so much that it's not exciting anymore, you know? Like, here's another thing.
Yeah,
today I have to review this, but then at the same time he takes time to do some builds, like when he does like his little like tiny whoop builds and tries out things with different cameras. Like he is a bit creative sometimes.
Yeah, and
it's not exciting.
Yeah, and you can tell the difference between those videos where he's more passionate about it versus something where, I don't know, I get the impression that he's got it was sent to review, so he's kind of just got to get it done to move the line along, so to speak. I mean, and you get burnt out. I got burnt out too in like 2018 of reviews. I had to quit. I literally just quit for 6 months because I realized
did they just keep sending you stuff, or can you not choose? Because the way I look at it, like I only want to review the stuff I say, hey, I'd like to test that. Or do they just give you all sorts of random crap?
So between 2016 and 2019, that's what I would consider like the golden years of being able to review stuff, because they would send so much stuff. Like I could easily have 5 to 10 things go up in 1 month, which is insane. Nobody does that anymore. So yeah, you get a pile of stuff, and then 2 weeks later you get another pile of stuff, and they would send it with DHL. There was no slow shipping. They would get it to you within like the week. It was, I guess, cheap for them or worth it. Yeah, DHL is a rarity now. So there was just a constant flow. But like, I kind of just, after a while, I was like, well, what am I doing? Like, what the hell am I doing? I don't even have time to do what I want to do what I really want to do. So I burned out in 2018. I said, screw it. I'm like, I am too busy with my own actual business, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. So I just got tired of it. And then I returned in 2019, and it was much more chill because I had like a 6-month break off of it, which my channel probably suffered for that, because YouTube penalizes you if you don't constantly upload. But
yeah, you got to upload like once a week, or else
yeah,
YouTube stops. They actually stop. The only stuff that they don't stop is search. So if you make content for search, it'll always be good.
Yeah.
But if you make content that's just like whatever content, when you stop, if you're consistent, all your other videos will actually be suggested more. But your videos that you've made, like when you're not being consistent, they'll stop suggesting videos.
Right.
So if you make an upload like once a week, then all your other content will be fed more. But the moment you stop doing like weekly, you won't be suggested anymore. Like you'll still show up in search, but all your suggested will be gone.
Yep.
And that's part of how, like, I understand YouTube very well. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
It all works again, so that's pretty sweet.
Okay. Now I just wonder if I have to change the orientation, or if it's the same as this, if I screwed it in properly.
Oh, that would be a whole other thing, but you can
Yeah,
fix.
I can fix that easily, but I also have to go to work. I have to go to the salon and do some hair.
Yeah, I probably have to. I should.
I want to take this with me though, because I've been excited for this for a while.
But no, yeah, the way things used to work is it was insane. Like you could easily, no matter what channel size you were, these companies were chomping at the bit to send people stuff. It was very very plentiful.
Well, there's some people that there's some people that I don't even know how, but they just get everything. And like sometimes it's like people with much smaller channels than even me. I'm just like, how the hell did you get this, and this?
Some of them might have had a relationship from a long time ago. Doing stuff.
Well, it talks, but maybe I don't have the
But yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. The new Hawkeye 4K thumb too. Speaking of,
oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, you might want to check it out. I mean, I don't think there are any videos of that product out on YouTube yet, but it's like an $80 camera. It's the updated. It's the newer version of the thumb.
Is it as good as the Thumb V2 Pro?
I don't know, because it's not out there yet.
Did he send it to you, or Banggood, or?
Bring it up because Banggood offered to send it to me to give it a try. So I told him, yeah, sure, send it out. I'll see how it is.
How do you get hooked up with Banggood?
Somebody
Oh
referred.
my god! I wire it up, and now there's no gyro.
Really? Really? The connection is that flaky.
Zero stop. Said, I think they use the same sensor as the V4.
How? How does this happen to me?
For what? Which one?
It's his eye. I'm cursed.
There on this one is a Sony 12 megapixel. 12
Zero stop. Said, Hawkeye has put out a lot of videos on the V2.
Oh, have they? Okay. I didn't see any on YouTube when I searched for Hawkeye Thumb 2.
There's a second one. I saw the first one. I didn't know they made a V2.
There's a V2. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I have the V1. I don't have the V2 yet. But where are they putting out those videos? Because when I search for Hawkeye Thumb 4K Thumb 2, I get nothing on YouTube. I get Albert Kim's review. Oh, there's one video here on their channel from 7 days ago. Okay, so you got to go to Hawkeye's website or their YouTube channel. Sorry. One thing I like about the V2, and I'm glad that they did, is they put a battery in it. So that makes it a lot easier to just move from quad to quad if you need to. Of course, that does up the weight, but you can take the battery out if you want to.
Oh, but they added a battery to it?
Yeah.
I like everything naked.
Well, I mean, if you want to take it out, I mean, it's up to you. But it is sort of annoying to have to, wire it in for every drone. Probably should buy the ND filter for it. 34 grams.
Zero stop. Said, as magnets, Wi-Fi 2.
See, I just like the bare minimum. I like the okay, let's see if we can stick a
Original was. Cat is getting. What is the sensor on the original? It's 12 megapixel, but they don't say it's a Sony. I wonder if it's the same thing. Oh, it actually might just have the exact same sensor as the Thumb V1. Well, that's a little disappointing. But
Zero stop.
a lot of people will appreciate the battery, though.
It's the same.
Yeah,
I'm just
same sensor.
GR8 Scott said, it never really looked bad.
No, it didn't. No, but usually you think of a V2, they would bump the sensor or whatever, but it probably just wasn't worth it. I liked how the Thumb V1 looked for the cost.
trying to stick my with the new UART, you have to you put your binding phrase in with just configurator.
No, the binding phrase and configurator is only for SPI.
Yeah, but no, you have to do it over the
Express LRS.
configurator.
Right, yeah. We're talking about that. Yeah.
It's like so 3.3 put it target BetaFPV 2.4 and then go here. Oh, this is the RX Lite. Yes.
Old ND filters or the lens protectors and stuff work between the two cameras. That would be so dumb if they don't. It looks like they do.
I just wonder how you can get it into lots of these things, they just work the best when you connect to them with Wi-Fi and do it like that.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, there's 3 people watching.
But I know there's a way that with the radio you can like force it to go into Wi-Fi mode with some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you connect to it, you go in your Express LRS menu, and then you turn on the Wi-Fi. Like, see, it's bound to my radio, but it's not doing the inputs. So I'm just trying to put it into Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi connectivity. Ah, yeah, enable RX Wi-Fi. Yeah, there.
Sensor lost. Telemetry lost.
Now I should be able to connect to it. Get everything working.
GR8 Scott said, "Sweet kitty."
Oh, I think the cat is. I think the cat is making people stay. Yeah, he is sweet.
No comment.
Of course, you have to pervert it. Of course. Extremely.
I'm a moron, John. I'm a moron. I'm a simple moron. Okay, binding phrase.
And Mr. Snake.
Okay.
Do you even use that name anymore still, or what?
Well, I just honestly, so when I looked at the handles, I saw Toronto FPV was taken. Like it wasn't. So I'm like, how can I not be Toronto FPV, right? Like just for the sake of searching.
Mm-hmm.
So just I'm like, the whole Mr. Snake thing was because I breed snakes and because Mr. Steel. So when people would search for Mr. Steel, I would show up because I'm Mr. Snake. So I did it strictly like SEO and just ridiculousness, and then everyone started calling me like Snake or whatever.
I know.
So it was pretty funny. It was just funny. It was good. But then I'm just like, the moment that like when we had to pick our handles, like YouTube changed it so that you need like a handle, or you could save your handle and it would be like a username. Then I started thinking like, wait a sec, is Toronto FPV free? So later on when I get work and stuff, like doing FPV stuff, if people search for Toronto FPV, that's just like, it's kind of like a no-brainer, right?
Are you speaking of that? Are you intending to go to Rampage at all?
I have no money. I'm so broke.
I totally get that. I'm right there with you.
One day, like later on, when I actually like make money, then sure, I shall.
No, I get it. It's well, I know that it's $300 minimum. I think just for the camping. So I mean, it's an expensive event to attend.
Yeah, like honestly, like I just do it as a yearly write-off, like when I have money, right?
Yeah, it's funny because I saw some people bring that up that like, people who do it for content creation will
Yeah,
write
like
it off.
on that thing, like because I write off everything. All my drone purchases are write-off. That's the best thing about FPV. It keeps me like poor, and it keeps me like paying no taxes.
If you're, I mean, you can write it off as a business expense, right?
Wow, this is weird. Look at this. This is very weird. So now I'm trying to like bind to my radio, and look at that. What that is.
Oh, it kind of looks like yeah, it's almost like it's got no
Speed limit challenger.
I flashed.
Hot.
I flashed the receiver, and now all sorts of funny things are happening. I wonder if I just reflash this whole thing. Sync preset.
I'm gonna Speed Limit Challenger is watching. That's one of my friends on.
Hello, speed limit challenger.
I invited him to come check the stream out. Let me catch you up what we've been doing.
Challenger.
5 dead Beta FPV. Like
Speed limit Challenger.
one of them had no job.
Howdy.
So we tried everything. We tried copying different CLI dumps. That didn't do anything. Tried flashing it a million times. Didn't do anything. So I had him hit it with a heat gun. He put a little flux around the gyro chip. We think we identified the gyro chip. He hit it with a heat gun. He's got one of those heat guns with a really fine tip. And now the gyro works, and it was seen again. So,
And then it stopped working.
but the receiver now for Express ELRS.
The receiver's doing weird things, and the gyro, everything's just weird. I wonder if I hit it again. I wondered, like, I don't know if it's like while it was hot, it was working, and then it cooled down and stopped or something.
Well, you know the ESP32 chip on the bottom there. That's the Express ELRS. So if you want to try hitting it, you can do it.
Well, I want to hit the gyro again.
All right. Well, I mean, but the gyro's working though.
No, it's not. It stopped.
Oh, it stopped working. Oh, okay. I was not up to date. Yeah, it's sad because he's got like 5 dead crossboards, dude, with various issues on each one. Challenger has a few Beta FPV things as well. He's all analog too. He really has taken an enjoyment to analog.
Speed?
Yeah.
Cool. I like analog. It's fun. Like we went out and ripped. I made a new friend, and we went out and ripped by the CN Tower for like an hour. It was so much fun. I brought my 03 and my analog, and I had so much fun with analog. I just kept flying that. It was fine.
Yep. Yeah, analog is still where it's at for the micros, I think, honestly.
Just for value and everything,
Yeah. That and the little, the digital video transmitters, the micro ones, I know they're just not as durable as, the all-in-one analog flight controllers.
Well, they should be because they don't have all the extra crap in them. You figure they should be better because they don't have the VTX built in and whatever.
Just got
sense, but for some reason it doesn't work out that way. Like, my God, I think I remember Bacon Ninja was saying once he went through like so many of the HD01S, for example.
The gyro's back, man. Oh, this is bizarre, man.
It just goes to show, though, I think how sensitive the traces and whatnot are on that board and all the little things. Yeah. It just goes to show you how sensitive it is.
Let's disconnect it and replug it in.
If anything, what I've learned is I'm probably never going to direct solder anything to the cross boards as far as motors or anything like that. Like, I'm actually terrified.
But that weight savings, man. That weight savings.
Well, I mean, it's not you have a bunch of paperweights now, so it's not really a good idea. I mean,
I can't help it. I see the plugs and they bother me. High risk, high reward.
Well, they probably just don't intend for that to be done, which is BS, to be honest with you. It's BS. You should be able to do it. The little bits.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! This is ridiculous. Okay, now look at this. Now look. See? But there is some wonky crap going on with this. I'm gonna lose this setup. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If you get it working, it's gonna be flying, and it's just gonna bloody die on me.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like like an indoor flying indoor race setup or something.
Yeah, to just keep it as an indoor deal. So that way, you're not midair and something decides to go. Because I'm even thinking like you could have one of those bits disconnect just from a freaking crash, dude. Yeah, that's a shame, but it's also cool that you did get it working.
Okay, we're gonna screw it back together and do a little test flight, and then I gotta run. Oh, I gotta run. Gotta get to work in like 20 minutes. Just hop on my motorcycle and flip. And then that's when people come and start talking. That's how it always is.
5 people. You got 5 people watching now. They're really interested. And,
Yeah, see, now you have to start doing something like, because I think if I leave, you can just stay on and keep talking.
Oh. Well, technically, I should get back to work as well.
You made it to the John Coopy OnlyFans show.
Oh, Speed Limit's asking you, what do you ride?
The Challenger.
What do I what?
What do you ride?
FPV, what do you ride?
I usually ride a Honda F4i 600, and that's my favorite. But somebody bloody decided to destroy it, like some redneck in a pickup truck, probably drunk, just totaled it. So right now I got a Suzuki a Suzuki 650. It's basically the similar engine, but it's 100 pounds heavier, so it's not as fast. Still pretty good. SV 650. I don't know. I don't even know what I drive. Okay, let's see if it flies. Let's see if it flies. You know what? I really like these batteries though. These G&Bs 530A, whatever, the new connector.
On it?
Because I hated the G27 380s. They would just fall apart. So these guys just fall apart. They're trash.
Oh, really? Okay.
But these ones, these 530s, they're lighter than the BetaFPV 450s.
I actually have some of those, but in pH 2.0 form.
Yeah. So these basically, it's the same thing. But the 530, they're made really well, and they're light and they're good.
So do you like the A30 connector?
I think it's more specifically battery.
Okay.
Like it's like either it's built well or it's not, you know?
Well, yeah, you're right about the battery, but I'm asking, like,
Because battery to battery is totally different.
But do you like the connector overall, though? Have you had any
Yeah,
issues?
I think it's fine. It does seem more solid.
It does seem more solid. Okay. Yeah. See, I started to switch some of my stuff last year.
You can use it with BT2, like that's BT2, like so it's just like it's totally fine with BT2.
I started to switch some of my stuff to the old GNB connector. So I've got 3 65mm quads on the old connector, and I have to burn out some nitro nectar batteries until those are gone. And then after that, I basically have to decide, should I just go with the A30 or do I put BT2 on there? I'm kind of just leaning toward going with A30. I mean, I know from the Baby Shark thing that you could just plug in a BT2. Yeah. So, but I was wondering if the A30 connector does it hold connectivity long term and all that.
I'm telling you, man, I heat up the thing, the gyro works, then it cools down and the gyro stops working.
Stops working. Yeah, that's maybe you just have to hit it super hard.
You know what we're gonna do? We can keep you with me a little while longer.
Oh, Speed Limit Challenger was sending me a photo of their bench. That looks nice, man. Yep, they've got their little BetaFPV Meteor 75 there too. Dunkin' Donuts. Oh man, I haven't had that in a long time. Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
We have that here, I guess. Not as much. They've all like been taken over by Starbucks.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
I thought Tim Hortons was king by you guys.
Yeah, we got Tim Hortons. We got the Timmies.
He's got the OTA charging up.
Oh, I'm just thinking. I guess I could take my O3. Have some stuff. Have some things.
Yeah, I guess it's just so finicky. I know with the Happy Model Cross flight controller, and PropSoft has a great video about the issue with losing the gyro on that board too. One of the things he points out is the flex, just the board flex. After a while, can cause the gyro to become disconnected. So, I guess it makes sense if the beta board is vulnerable to a similar issue, that when you hit it with heat, it causes it to expand, and then when it gets cold, it contracts. So,
What happens with the other one?
with the Happy Model Cross, it's a similar problem. If you look up the Happy Model Cross, and the PropSoft has a good video on it. I think it's either the Diamond or the Cross. I can't remember, but with lost gyros on those. Yeah.
At least now I know. I don't know, like if I can somehow blast it more, or like I don't know what I got to do to it.
Well, you can't. I don't think you can make it worse, but you kind of at least know not to chase a software problem.
Yeah.
That you at least know not to waste any time with chasing a software problem, because software is not the issue. It's 100% hardware. But yeah, I'm actually I'm definitely never gonna touch the board to try to direct solder to it. Not that I would have anyway, because you know me. But it's definitely concerning that just doing that caused it to go bad. Shouldn't be happening. Really shouldn't be happening though.
Yeah.
You have like super fine tip, I guess, that you use to solder.
What?
Super fine tip, like needle tip.
Needle tips, like when you go anything smaller, they're crap.
Mm.
Like I use just the tip, but it's like I've tried those pointy ones, and the tips, like the very end of them, just oxidize.
Interesting.
Like you can't use those needle tips.
It's not too bad, but I don't use it often. Maybe that's why I haven't had any issues with mine yet.
Yeah. Let's see if we make it to the basement.
Oh boy.
And I can show you my motorcycle.
Let me see.
I don't know. We're about to get in an elevator, so we'll see what happens. That was exciting and sad.
Yeah, it's a little deflating that it still didn't end up working out in the end, but at least it gives you some kind of direction later on to look at.
I can get it. Like, I wonder if, is it like flux paste or whatever, or solder paste, where you like kind of like you take it off, you stick the solder paste, you put it on, you like heat it up, and then it automatically like attaches it all.
I don't know.
Tell me it's not the slow elevator. We have like a slow elevator in our building, and it's like terrible.
Dirty.
Why does my live says it's only been on for 5 minutes? Is it the quick one or the slow one? Oh. I'm just like, I might as well take the stairs. Our building is so annoying.
I'm kind of wondering, I'm trying to think this through, like, it would add weight to the board, but I wonder what would happen if you put glue, a little dab of, like, E6000 or something like that on top of the gyro right after you heat it up. So it's hot, it's technically where it should be. Then you put the E6000 over it, hold itself in place, like, you know, I don't know what caused that by covering the gyro with glue. But it's just a thought. You know what I mean?
Hold it down. I tried to put, what I did though is I ran the heat and I pushed it down with the little screwdriver.
Yeah, but the issue is when it expands or when it contracts rather, it's losing connection. So I was thinking maybe glue, a little bit of glue on top of the gyro would help hold the damn thing down, but it's probably a stretch.
Yeah, because the thing is that then if it doesn't, then soldering it again, just melting glue.
Yeah, covering the gyro might also make it fly like shit. I have no idea what happens if you cover a gyro with a bunch of glue, so that's a whole other problem. But it could be an interesting angle to try later on. Just a little dab of the glue. Right on. Yeah,
Am I
I
still
mean it's
connected?
pixelating out. It's blocky, but it's working. Yep. It's yes. Oh, now I don't see video. Oh yeah, I think you're going out now. There's 4 people. There's
What, can
4
you see
people.
me? I
I
can hear you.
hear you. Yeah, the video is what's not so great. Yeah. Let me see. I don't see anything. It's just a gray pixelated something or other. Nope. Oh, now I do. Now I do. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet, man. I was gonna say that blue piece. That's 3D printed, isn't it? It's very pixel. Yeah, it's very pixely. You'll have to send me a nice photo. Yeah. Oh, geez. All right. All right. You take care, bud.
Oh no.